Good afternoon and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you the easiest and most practical way to produce a 6 liters of pure palm kernel oil, known as PKO, right from the comfort of your home. This is the exact method I personally used, and it works perfectly. Whether you want to sell the oil, use it for your soap production, skincare, or even for cooking. Yes, you heard me right. I also use PKO to cook my local rice. I'm Victoria Dofia. Let's begin. First and foremost, I beg your pardon, you have to understand what you are working on or what you're working with. Yes. For this production, you will need 13.5 kilograms of palm kernel nuts and 4 liters of clean water. These two simple ingredients are all you require to get a good quantity of oil. The water isn't just to help the grinder. Yes, because you might be asking what has water got to do with oil in this production? Yes, the water isn't just to help the grinder, because adding water to the palm kernel nuts while you're trying to grind it is to head the blade, that's the blender or the grinder's blade, to move smoothly. In this context, it also activates the paste and encourages more oil to be released. You will also need basic kitchen tools. There are grinder or maybe your blender, stainless steel pot, a gas cooker or stove, or even if you have firewood, you can make fire from it, because you will need a heat source to get the oil. Packaging bottles if you want to sell it, or storing your storage, something you can store the oil if you're not using it immediately. Because before I produce my own, I know I'll be using it for production immediately after the production or the next day. So you need a cake, a jerry can to store the oil after extracting it. You need a stirrer, you need a stainless steel bowl, you need a cheesecloth, or a clean handkerchief for the production. So you see, it's nothing so complicated, nothing industrial. Just the use of simple everyday tools from the comfort of your kitchen. You use it, yes, for the production. So it's that simple. Now let's dive into the steps of production. Step 1 is grinding the palm kernel nuts. Start by pouring your palm kernel nuts into your grinder or blender and add some of the water to it. You will notice that the water helps the blades, as I said, to move smoothly, and it also breaks the nut down into a soft, uniform paste. Grind patiently until everything turns into a smooth paste. The smoother the paste, the better the oil extraction later. Step 2. Cooking the paste. Once the paste is ready, transfer it into a stainless steel pot and place it on your stove or your gas cooker and add the remaining water to it. This stage requires patience because you need to cook the paste until all the water inside it dries completely. Stir the mixture from time to time. Cooking helps separate the oil from the chaff. You will notice the paste becoming thicker and slightly oily as the water evaporates. When you see that the paste is dry and no water is left, take the pot off the heat. That leads us to step 3, which is allowing the paste to cool. Because it's going to be hot, you can't squeeze something that is hot so that it will not burn or damage your hand. Your next step is to let the paste cool down. This is important because squeezing hot paste can be dangerous and also uncomfortable. For me, I usually leave mine to cool for about 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours. You can stir it continuously or occasionally to help the heat escape faster. Once the press is completely cool, you are ready for the extraction stage. And that led us to stage 4, extracting your oil. You have to place your cheesecloth or your handkerchief over a stainless steel bowl. Scoop a small amount of the cool press into the cloth and begin squeezing firmly. You will see the rich golden brown oil beginning to flow out. Continue squeezing until you get all the oil from each handful. Yes. Do this repeatedly until all the press in your pot has been processed. This stage takes time, sometimes up to 8 hours for 6 liters, but it is the heart of the whole process. The stage 4, extracting the oil, is the heart of the whole process. Mine, like, it's a practical step that I've experimented that I'm writing it out here for you, because you all know that my channel is a handwritten formula channel. I write the idea I have on my notebook and then make a video of it and then do a voiceover to you. So if you go through the handwriting carefully, patiently, peacefully, you'll be able to get quality product, DIY products out of it. Even you want to commercialize it, you can commercialize it. So this stage or step 4 is the heart of the whole process. So when you are done, allow the oil to settle before packaging. When you package and you allow the oil to settle before you package, your PKO, your palm kernel oil, is now ready. You can then go ahead and use it for whatever purpose you want to use it for. In my own aspect, I use it for my soap production, body cream production, hair cream production, balm, lip glosses, etc., etc., because it's very good. Moving forward, I'll be sharing with you the important nutrient acid that it contains, that the PKO contains, that when they told you that I use it to cook, so you wouldn't be doubting, how can she use it to cook? Normally, mine comes out a kind of tan yellow. It's not that kind of burnt brownish color like the local method that you have to get into the bush and start preparing it so that it won't affect people, etc., etc. But there's how you can still do it, so even using this process, and it's it can shift away from the tan kind of yellow I'm talking about down to a kind of golden brownish color, which depends on the palm kernel nuts you get. You know, there are some people that keeps their palm kernel nuts till the thing ransacked, spoil and it's long and so on and so forth. So you can get all those kind of colors when you're processing your own. But let's move down to why this oil is good for cooking too. So you know and get to know that you can actually use a PKO oil to cook your meals. You know, many people don't realize that palm kernel oil is not only great for soap and cosmetics, it is also a wonderful cooking oil. I personally use PKO to cook my rice, and it gives the food a rich traditional taste that is unforgettable. Here is why PKO works so well for cooking. It's because it contains lauric acid, capital LAURIC acid, which makes the oil very stable under high heat. It also has myristic acid. I spell it so you understand. Capital MYRISTIC. Another heat-resistant fatty acid, ideal for boiling, frying, and everyday cooking. It contains palmitic acid, capital PALMITIC, which naturally increases its shelf life without preservative. If you should produce in large quantity, maybe you want to sell, you may say, this thing may not stay up to 3 months, may not stay up to a year, let me preserve it. No, this one has it. It is self-preserved. That is, it preserves itself because of the palmitic acid that it contains naturally. It doesn't go rancid easily. The next one is it contains caprylic and capric acids. Caprylic, capital CAPRYLIC, and capric, capital CAPRIC, acids that helps the oil heat up quickly when cooking. It is also rich in natural antioxidants like vitamin E, that is tocopherol, which prevents spoilage, as I said, and also support the body when you are eating it, maybe through your milk. PKO also contains zero cholesterol. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Zero cholesterol. Making it a healthier option compared to some other saturated fats. Its natural flavor compounds give food, especially rice, beans, stew, and soup, a warm, traditional, homely taste that you are looking for. Just try it. You enjoy it. In fact, all your lives you'll be longing to be using PKO, the one you process on your own, because it to be so hygienic, of high quality. You'll be using it always to cook. Other uses of palm kernel oil are: beyond cooking, PKO is a star ingredient in many DIY projects, which is true. Like I said, I use it for my soap production, I use it for my body cream, I use it for a lot. It helps produce hard and long-lasting soaps with a rich, creamy lather. It blends beautifully in creams, lotions, balms, and even hair products, etc. It also acts as a natural preservative in some skincare formulations due to its fatty acid profile. Yes, a natural preservative for some of your DIY production. Final note, I like producing my things sometimes, as far as I have the technical know-how, the knowledge, because it's not everything you have to be buying. Yes, sometimes you have to do it on your own to have the peace of mind, know what you are consuming. So producing your own PKO at home is not only rewarding, it gives you full control over quality and purity. I want to share this story. I want to share with you with my trainees, because I train. By the grace of God, I've been able to train 1,500 students from the University of Uyo, Akwa Ibom State University, Akwa Poly, under GST and ITs. And I've trained people from the Redeemed Church, Church of Christ, Assemblies of God, schools. I have also gone to the nursery and secondary school in my state to train people on what I'm doing. So I shared this story once, that I once went to the local market to buy a red oil. That's this red oil. I saw one woman close to one stagnant water using a foam, dapping something on the floor in the market and squeezing it into a container, a bowl. I stayed afar and I was like, God, what could that be? What could that be? Look at the stagnant water, and the ground is kind of muddy. I decided to go closer to see, because me, I was skeptical now. I'm mindful of what I'm taking in my body, in my mouth, orally, what I take in. Like, I went closer to see that it was the red oil that poured out, and the woman was trying to collect it. I was like, God, this one I will not be able to keep quiet. I have to say something. I went close. I said, Mommy, why are you doing this? Look at it here. You've already taken a lot. And this one is almost the same color with the ground, the muddy ground, and so on and so forth. Mommy, please don't do it again. The woman told me, do you want me to run at a loss? Do you want me to run at a loss? I'm trying to get my money. So that practically told me that, a lot of things we buy from the market, anywhere, the street to consume, are being, what do I even say? Is toxic for our consumption. They are not hygiene. They're not hygiene. So from then onward, I said I won't be buying like that. I would rather contact my auntie in the village. Auntie, please, anytime you are processing your red oil, please keep one cake for me. That's it. So now processing my own PKO helps me to get a high quality and the purity that it is. I know that I'm the one that made it. Yes, I know it, that I'm consuming it as well. So I will have to do it to be very clean and healthy and hygienic. That is it. I sometimes sell it to my trainees if they want. So that's why I was doing up to a 6 liter in this video that I'm showing to you. It was exact quantity ID that I'm sharing with you. So you know exactly what is in your oil. You understand the process behind the making of it, and you get to enjoy an ingredient that serves multiple purposes in your home. So if you follow these steps carefully, you will always get a clean, rich, high quality result at the end. Please, please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. See you next time when I upload another beautiful DIY ideas. Bye.